Oh, definitely, Cass. I'm there with you. What's up, AIM? They don't have the tracker up yet, but once it's up, I'll put it on screen. Yeah, my vote doesn't count on the poll, but if I was going to vote, I'd vote Brazil. Brazil. All right, so we're cutting a commercial break. Everything's basically just starting out, so give me a second. What's good, everybody? We'll be in a TV timeout here for a little bit, so maybe I'll put some background music on. Trying to make sure everything's good real quick. Brazil's winning one side. We're going to see. We're going to see. We going to see. That last match, that Canada and Switzerland match was crazy. That was actually really entertaining to watch. And we'll get things kicked off here in a second. Tracker's still not up. That's okay. What's good, everybody? How we doing? I was surprised if I see some Scottish votes, but there's got to be some Scottish people out there. Somebody that thinks Scotland can win. I mean, it is Brazil, though, so. All right, and it looks like we're coming back.
What an atmosphere here, Landon, isn't it?
Ian, I've been around this game my whole life. I have never seen anything like those two national anthems. This place is ready to explode, and it's both Scotland and Brazil fans leading the way. This should be a fantastic evening.
Steve Clarke knows that Scotland, in 12 big tournament appearances in their history, have never advanced beyond the group stage. They have hopes of doing it here because they have 3 points. The start of the day, a point behind Brazil and Morocco. Carlo Ancelotti, who's won the lot everywhere he's been, except the World Cup. Could this be his year for that as well?
Come on, Brazil.
Miami on a grey, humid evening. And the noisiest atmosphere surely at this World Cup so far. 65,000 fans packed in here, not a spare seat in the house. And Vinicius getting an early touch of the ball on this side. The battle between him and Patterson. The right back is really astounding because Aaron Hickey is not fit. That could be very, very important. He will need some support, won't he?
He needs a lot of support. He's playing one of the best
There
players
we
in
go.
the world. And Vinny Jr., 2 goals in 2 matches so far, and certainly been the best Brazilian attacking player.
Brazil.
Referee, by the way, is interesting here. Cesar Ramos of Mexico. Brazil made a complaint about him after a game with Switzerland back in 2018.
Brazil.
It was 8 years ago, I guess. We move on. Paquetá on the ball for Brazil, under a lot of pressure from Scotland, who know that a point is probably going to be enough for them from this game, maybe even a narrow defeat, the way this competition is set up this year, with 8 best third places going through. But you wouldn't want to rely on 3 points. Robertson with the cross. McTominay was waiting and in space. Not really picked up by the Brazilian defence there. Yeah, the referee has pulled back the play. That's Lewis
This looks
Ferguson,
a little brutal.
who's down injured.
They're both going up for the header. Ooh.
Both teams asking for a foul. Seems like a relatively fair challenge. Ferguson got the worst of it. Mateus Cunha was all in the referee's face. I was actually surprised he didn't get a yellow there.
Yeah, had a lot to say for himself.
Oh, they got David Beckham there.
I'm just thinking that business with the referee, of course, he's aware of it, isn't he, as well, refereeing Brazil here. Just one of the many subplots which will unravel today. Rayan, first teenager to start for Brazil since 1970. That was Marco Antonio against Peru in a quarter-final. Inside, early touch from Vinicius. Brazil looking to move the ball quickly. Jack Hendry with some nifty footwork.
Let me know if you're watching this game too in the chat.
Beaten 1-0 they were by Morocco.
I should be able to see
having won
Twitch
their
and
first
YouTube,
game
so.
by a goal to nil against Haiti. That was a pretty close run thing in truth.
Group C.
They've added Kenny McLean to the mix in midfield today. Veteran midfielder from Norwich City, who memorably scored from the halfway line to clinch the big win over Denmark that took Scotland to this World Cup. That was the moment of his career. Well, so far anyway. Scott McKenna has just been brought back into the side today. This Patterson plays for Everton, Landon's old club. You got a handshake and a hug from your old boss, David Moyes.
He was here.
Yeah, good to see. Ferguson. McLean trying to hit that one just round the corner. They do need to add more punch, Scotland. They knew going into this tournament it was the problem. Can they find the goals that might put them in business in a mountainously tough game like this? Given away by Robertson. Bruno.
They're actually playing in Miami, Florida.
For Brazil, looking to get that ball in behind, but there's no actual number 9, not a real number 9 in the old-fashioned sense of the word, and maybe that would have been the kind of territory an old-fashioned number 9 would have been hunting in. They did start Igor Thiago of Brentford in the first game, but he's been dispensed with since then. Here's Rayan again, laid back by Cunha, who got a couple of goals. He's first in the World Cup against Haiti the other day. They were 3-0 up at half-time and kind of sat on it, really, truth to tell. This is Gabriel of Arsenal to Marquinhos of Paris Saint-Germain. On paper, That looks a pretty good central defence to me. But we'll find out for sure in the next week or two.
It's interesting, Ian, with and without the ball, Matheus Cunha is coming into the midfield. Bruno Guimaraes a little bit higher, Paquetá a little bit higher, and they're looking to make vertical runs in there. They haven't seen them yet or hit it yet. But also, when they're defending in a version of a 4-4-2 and a diamond in the midfield, and Cunha's sort of at the top of the diamond, almost as an attacking midfielder. It's probably where he's most comfortable.
Just happy to probe with possession football for the moment, Brazil, but they'll be looking to change the pace and tempo of the attack. Casemiro fancied it, even from out there, 30 yards.
Scotland with the body block.
Good block, McTominay to bring it away. The little right winger for Scotland, Ben Gannon Doak, he's only 20. He could be their trump card because he does have electric pace. He's raw still, but he does have that speed. And in football, speed kills.
It forces the Brazilian back line to be a little more hesitant, and it's probably why they haven't, until now, really pressed after the ball.
Well, McKenna got himself in trouble there. Big trouble.
Oh, my God.
Takes advantage, and Brazil are ahead.
Wow.
And it's a terrible,
Before the 7-minute mark.
the Scots.
Oh, my God. Junior with the goal. Brazil.
Gift wrapped by McKenna for Vinny Jr.
Well, the last thing you can do when you're playing a team of this quality is give away goals. I was just saying I was a little surprised Brazil didn't press higher up the field to start this game. As the ball comes to McKenna, they finally do press. And just a poor decision by McKenna, falls perfectly for Vinny Jr. And he has the composure. Instead of smashing this first time, takes a touch by Angus Gunn. The easiest goal he'll score. 1-0 Brazil.
I mean, a great move, though.
Vinny Jr. has scored
Vinny.
in all 3 Brazil games so far in this fascinating race for the Golden Boot.
Let's go, Vinny.
Scotland concede early again. Remember, Saibari scored for Morocco against them in 70 seconds. Looks like the north face of the Eiger for Scotland now.
I'm just stunned, Ian. I'm stunned that that's the way
1-0
Scotland
Brazil on
started
top.
the game. You've seen so many teams be successful by being smart, careful, defending well, and you expected that from Scotland. This is the absolute worst-case scenario. Now they have to chase the game again. We said a narrow defeat might be okay for them, but now it puts them under all sorts of pressure.
Yeah, they can't afford a heavy defeat, otherwise they're on the next plane out of here. 1 down already. And you have to say Steve Clarke's decision to change his central defensive pairing hasn't paid off. Maybe McKenna a little out of rhythm. Haven't seen any action at this World Cup so far. Grant Hanley left out today. Usually partners Hendry in that defence. Here's McKenna on the ball now. Has to somehow get his confidence back. He is experienced. This is his 51st cap. You do feel for him. Horrible for any player. But this is a harsh environment.
And the psychological toll that takes on your team is very real, Ian. Now there's hesitancy, there's fear, and Brazil, on the other hand, be absolutely flying now.
Brazil, after an unconvincing start in this group, just looking to build momentum. Here's John McGinn. If anybody can do something about it, maybe it's him. A confident character from Aston Villa, who definitely has goals in him, especially at international level. Here's Hendry. claim. Just a little period of possession, maybe, will help Scotland settle. Defended by Danilo. Cunha now. Manchester United player, of course, these days. Movement's good. Bruno Guimaraes blocked this time by McKenna. That might make him feel a little better. Maybe not much.
Vinny Jr.'s movement there was so good. He went 3 different ways, 3 different times in a row, and was waiting for the ball to be slid alongside the center backs. They didn't find him, but really good movement from him.
Amazing development in the other game in the group. Morocco are losing to Haiti, who've scored and lead 1-0. Keep you up to date with everything that goes on. It'll change the picture. Cunha here. He's in the mood, all right. Arsene Wenger among the VIPs, and I can see Ronaldo there as well. I'm told Cafu's here today, and Roberto Carlos, who played for Brazil the last time they met Scotland at the World Cup. Brazil went ahead that day. John Collins equalised, but Brazil won thanks to an own goal, sadly, from Tommy Boyd. Patterson and Gannon Doak, who's quick. Can he get to this first? Good covering by Gabriel to stop him. And that's the kind of thing Scotland need. Paquetá was strong, wasn't he, there under pressure? Could it be with Brazil that they're going to be one of those teams who start the tournament slowly and then build momentum and hopefully have a crescendo in the final itself? Remember, they haven't won the World Cup, the 5 times winners, but not since 2002. None of the last 5.
They've had to deal with adversity already. Rodrigo couldn't make the tournament.
Oh, Brazil on the attack again. Oh, he couldn't quite catch it.
Rafinha getting injured in the first match. They do have a lot of great options. He's chosen Ryan on that side.
Goal kick for Scotland.
You cannot give them goals. If you're going to give them goals, they're a very good, experienced team, especially defensively. It's going to be very hard to beat if you're giving away chances like that.
Gabriel did some good work there. There is Neymar on the bench, waiting. He hasn't played for Brazil for nearly 3 years. Calf injuries kept him out of this tournament so far. Just for the first time, the Scotland fans a little stunned. We've heard the swirl of the bagpipes all around Boston. I think the people of Boston fell in love with the Scots. There's even talk of cities being paired, Glasgow and Boston. Maybe even the Patriots going to play in Scotland. Who knows? Lovely to see, though. Certainly the people of that fair city will be rooting for Scotland here, but they've got a lot on their plate. Casemiro spreads the play. Danilo. Casemiro again. Just for a moment, he had Angus Gunn wondering. Vinicius Jr., by the way, the first Brazilian player to score in all 3 group stage
Neymar,
games
yeah.
since both Rivaldo and Ronaldo did it.
But if they keep advancing,
Cup in 2002, also
could he
Romario
come back
is
potentially and
another
play?
one, and Jairzinho,
I haven't
by the way,
like
scored
looked
every
into
game
it,
in
so I
the
don't
World
know.
Cup, 1970, including the final. How about that? Is Shankland. But a few of the Scotland fans I spoke to quite keen to see him back in the team. He does have an eye for goal. 20 goals or so this past season for Hearts, and he's moving to Rangers.
1-0 Brazil on top. Getting close to the 16-minute marker.
Scotland just trying to find a foothold in the game after that traumatic start to proceedings. Gabriel all the way back to Alisson. Lovely feature if you were with us before the game about the way he idolizes Brazilian legendary goalkeeper Tafarel. 3 World Cups apiece now for those two. Later on the Fox networks, Group A concludes with group winner Mexico taking on Czechia on Fox, and South Africa, who are out, up against South Korea. Fox Sport 1.
What do you guys think would be better out of those two games? Czechia, Mexico, or South Africa, South Korea? I'm going to put up a poll, but I'll wait a bit before I do it. I'll put up a poll in the second half as we're going into halftime.
This World Cup.
Just curious about what people think. Because I'm going to pick the last one for tonight based on probably the poll. Mexico, Chechnya, or
Douglas
South
Santos,
Africa, South Korea.
Left back position, recalled after 9 years away. There's always hope, isn't there? Marquinhos. Brazil bossing possession. And with no pressure on them at all with a lead. Cunha found a little pocket of space, didn't he, there? Danilo, it deflects a long way. Is Vinicius Junior taking on Patterson, who stopped the
Vinicius
job well
Junior.
there. He did.
Excellent defending by Patterson.
Yes,
This is good patience
very
from
good
Brazil.
defense.
I mean, ultimately, they find Cunha who can turn and face forward and start the attack.
Clean
Cross gets
defense,
deflected,
too.
comes over to Vinny Jr., but this is really good job by Patterson to move his feet. Gives away the corner, but still a good result.
The referee feels the need to go in there and remind everybody of the rules. I never quite get that. They know that what the rules are. Don't do that with any other situation in the game. It's got to be defended properly by Scotland. They do win the first header. Gabriel knocks that one down. Now then, Scotland can counter here. Here is Gannon Doak. McGinn. Scott McTominay. Big star in Italy now for Napoli. Won the title last season with them. Hustled out of possession there. And Brazil could cause problems here. It's Vinicius Junior
Brazil
again.
on attack. Vinny Jr. takes a shot. Oh,
Looking
he's
to
off.
invent something off the outside of the boot. He loves those. That wasn't that close, truthfully. They love him.
Well, people are getting hyped, though. Vinny Jr.'s the poster boy.
It's Rayan who's down injured. They don't want another injury in that position. He's already deputising, of course, for Rafinha, whose hamstring injury, well, we just don't know when he might be back, if at all, at this World Cup. It looks like Rayan's okay. Brazil will certainly want him back for the knockout stages. It's a big miss, really.
Scotland need to get Scott McTominay involved. He had his first few touches there in a long time and turned the ball over. He's a big player for them, Ian. And if they want any chance putting this Brazilian backline under pressure, he needs to get involved. He's got a lot of quality.
Scored that fabulous overhead kick goal past Kasper Schmeichel. This feature is with us tonight. We'll certainly remember the heartbeat Denmark. Well, a goal in a million, really, that was. Scotland might need something like that here. Gabriel.
Beautiful passing by Brazil.
And Vinicius.
They look very comfortable in what they're doing.
Ball here for Rayan. Hendry has read all that well and gets it away.
Running by Bruno Guimaraes has been so good. He's running vertically through the Scottish back line, and that time it opened up a massive hole for Danilo to get forward.
Possession back to
They're
Brazil.
starting to figure out this Scottish defense now, and they're looking more and more dangerous every time they get it in these spots.
Come and get that, says Patterson to his goalkeeper Angus Gunn, who plays for Scotland but hardly got a look in this season for Nottingham Forest. One substitute appearance in the
What's up,
Premier
everybody?
League
How's
all
everybody
season.
doing?
And he
Welcome,
admits it was
welcome. If you're on
probably
Twitch
not
and
the
YouTube,
greatest move
appreciate
to
you
go
guys
there.
for stopping by.
Oh, and
It's
it's a
1-0.
mistake again, this time
Oh,
for Hendry.
oh,
Vinicius.
Brazil. Another easy goal.
It's 1-2.
That's two. 2-0.
Scotland pressing the self-destruct button. And
Wow.
Vinny says thanks.
Wow.
Well, you couldn't write it, could you?
Vinny Jr.
Well, you wouldn't want to if you're Scotland, Ian. Again, we said it on the first goal. Cannot give a team of this quality free chances, and in this case, free goals.
One or two heads in hands.
You'll see as Vinny goes to press. I think he just gets his foot there.
Dude is nasty.
And at that point,
on
it's
those,
a
like,
tough
fast
decision
breaks.
for Hendry. He's either got to foul him and give him a red and get a red card, or you let him go and you concede the goal. And you see there, just gets his foot in front of Hendry's foot. You could argue possibly it's a foul. Not given on the field, and he's not going to miss from there. 2-0 Brazil.
Well, the interesting thing there was
Wow.
he tried to grab Vinicius
Vinny
round the waist and
Jr.
bring him down, but failed to do that. Had he done that, it would have been a red card for him, I think.
And they're going to check
Yeah.
it now, Ian. Just
checking the goal. Let's bring in Mark Clattenburg, our refereeing expert. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, if the defender goes to ground, then it's more simple and easier foul to give. Vinicius Jr. definitely catches the Scotland defender's foot, Hendry, and therefore it is a foul. Technically it's a foul, and because it's led straight to a goal, I think this will get chalked off.
Oh.
yeah, I agree, and I used to do this all the time. Center backs I did when they were running towards their goal. You try to get away with it, and that was before the VAR days. So if you got away with it, you got away with it. But I tend to agree with Mark. I do think he's going to give a foul here and call the goal off.
Yeah, I think he just does catch his foot when you watch that carefully back again. And I think Scotland and Jack Hendry are going to get off the hook here.
I think they're going to take this goal.
Well, might that be a turning point? It is
Wow.
ruled as a foul by Vinicius. I think they've got that right.
They're taking it back.
Much to the delight
Now
of
it's
the
1-0
Scottish
Brazil.
Tartan Army to our left.
They robbed Vinny Jr.
Here,
It's
let's watch this in slow motion now.
I feel like he's
Mark,
going
again,
for
what do
the
you think?
ball. Doesn't even look like he's trying to get foul his foot. It's a weird one. To me, it looks pretty incidental, but
Yeah, I think he showed it pretty clearly.
Yeah.
I think they got it right, didn't they, Mark?
Yes, definitely they've got that one right. It's led direct to a goal. If it happened further up the field and he hadn't given it, I'm not sure he would have called
Oh,
the foul,
because he
but
scored
straight
off
away,
it, it
once
doesn't- it
leads
shouldn't
direct
count
to a
the
goal
same
like
way.
this, it gives Scotland no chance to defend it, so therefore the right decision.
guy was
Water break
hanging on
coming
him
up,
and he still
And
scored
they're
the
all
goal.
talking about Vinicius Jr.
That's the crazy part. That's
One
crazy.
goal.
All right, we're going to a quick TV timeout. Give me 1 second. I'm going to refresh. And I'll be right back. sign. It looks like we're coming back. Well, hopefully we're coming back. We're going to see.
They've had the benefit of that VAR decision in their favour. Vinicius is still questioning this. This break might come at the perfect time for Scotland.
They needed it, and I'm sure Steve Clark is telling his team, cut out all the little passes throughout the back. If you have time further up the field, it's fine. You cannot give them chances to press us.
They took away the goal from Brazil.
Like give ourselves a chance. You give yourself no chance.
Going into the 28th minute of the first half.
A few stern words in for Brazil. They haven't created a whole ton in, but took advantage of the one mistake, and they've been solid otherwise.
Can Scotland find a lifeline from somewhere? Andy Robertson just wanting a reminder about where the play will resume. It's quite an odd place to, or time to stop the game, this, with a
Scotland doesn't have one shot on goal.
Situation like this long throw.
It's crazy.
Coming in for Scotland. Maybe it's not a long throw, it isn't. Use this muscle there, Andy Robertson, who is leaving Liverpool and probably going to Tottenham Hotspur for the new season.
Hey!
After 9 great years
Shout out to the Tottenham Hotspur.
He's a much, much loved figure.
Let's go.
Lewis Ferguson with the corner kick for Scotland. And their fans at the other end of the stadium, expectant. Flick towards the back post. They're hoping a blue shirt could get on the end of it. Now John McGinn. Good looking ball in there. Tomine was in there.
Wow, this is a big chance, Ian. I'm not sure why he headed it back down across the goal. Fantastic ball from John McGinn. See as it comes in. It's a free header, and he just tries to cushion it down across the goal. It's the headed on goal there.
Yeah, it looked like he just missed the header.
Kenny McLean. Ferguson, who plays his football in Italy for Bologna, where he's the captain. I wonder what Steve Clark said to his players in that break. Whatever the message was, I think it would need to be a pretty important one. Tomorrow on Fox, the US going great guns so far, facing Turkey in their efforts to win all 3 group stage matches. Coverage 9 p.m.
Turkey
Eastern,
versus
6 p.m.
United
Pacific
States.
time on Fox.
We definitely doing that. I'm putting up the red, white, and blue lights and everything.
Pretty soon, it'll be the knockout stages. The first ever round of 32. It's Hendry again. He'll be feeling very, very relieved that VAR call came in his favour. Whatever he felt about VAR before, he loves it now. Is McTominay. Goes down, play on, says the referee. Here's John McGinn.
Oh, Scotland attacking.
Robertson to his outside, looking for the right kind of ball. Now the corner to Scotland.
Now they're getting another corner.
Showing signs of a pulse in this match.
Much better. They got McTominay on the ball facing forward. He creates a little space. Ultimately, it falls to John McGinn, who slides in Robertson down the left side. He initially appealed for a handball and then smiled and knew it wasn't, but much better from Scotland now. And I saw this on the last corner, Ian. A couple players in front of Alisson, right on top of him. Shankland and one other, and I'm actually surprised they didn't just put it right on top of the goalkeeper. Maybe they will this time. Now they've got 4 crowded in there.
What they can't do is bustle up the goalkeeper, because that will be pulled back. Curved in dangerously. Flipped on again to the back post. There's John McGinn. Patterson. to find a way through. Scotland at least starting to give Brazil one or two more uncomfortable moments.
Oh,
From Paquetá.
what a
Then he
move.
promptly gives the ball away.
Oh, but it goes
Ferguson
back
from a long
to
way
Scotland.
out got hold of that in a pretty big way. It bounced off Danilo, I think it was, for a corner. Another corner to Scotland. A flurry of them.
And Scotland's getting their chances right now.
Meg behind the leg here from Paquetá, but he gave the ball away, and like you said, whatever Steve Clark said during the break certainly lit a fire. This has been much better now from Scotland.
And here's where they could cause a bit more discomfort for the Brazilian defence from these set pieces. Brazil win the first header and they get the free kick as well, so it comes to nothing.
Again, I think Lewis Ferguson can be a little more aggressive and put it right on top of Alisson. They've got a lot of big bodies in there. He's just made it a little too easy for Brazil to defend those corners.
Robertson won the header.
Unless Ferguson's thinking about his new contract. Let's go play for the Hotspurs.
Won't panic, usually will do sensible things. Now Nathan Patterson. Hasn't really got Gallon Doak into the game yet, but here he is. And he's done well this time. Haven't really cleared it. Now they have. Ancelotti, Champions League winner as player and manager, and the only manager to win all 5 of Europe's top leagues. That is some achievement.
Such a bad foul by Lewis Ferguson there. You got Vinny Jr. running back towards his own goal. Pressure on him. You foul him, and now you relieve all the pressure for Brazil, who have been under it for the last few minutes.
Just remembering the big picture, even a 1-0 defeat, which is where we are at the moment, might just be enough for Scotland to sneak a position as one of the 8 best third-place teams. Cunha with a lovely spin in behind, and then Rayan needed defending, and it was well defended that time from Scotland. They did shut the door. Rayan's convinced it should have been a corner kick. But they won't look at that again. They only look at it again if it's wrongly given to the attacking side. Gallon Doak.
Sometimes, Ian, what referees will do is instead of giving a foul, which I think he could have given a foul by Rayan against the Scottish defender, he just decided to give a goal kick. So it was net, same outcome. Clearly not a goal kick.
Yeah. Shanklin did some good work there. McLean's effort, charged down. Seen him have a go, and Ferguson as well, and they're probably taking the view you might as well buy the lottery ticket. Just starting to hustle Brazil out of their swagger. McTominay. That's a good ball, or not quite. Easily cut out by Marquinhos. Shanklin had made a good run. What Scotland can't afford is any more mistakes. Douglas Santos. Vinicius is enjoying being reunited with Carlo Ancelotti, isn't he? His old Real Madrid coach.
Brazil's got possession again.
And Paquetá. Vinicius. There's a little buzz every time he gets the ball among the Brazilian fans.
They stripped Vinny Jr. pretty clean. Scottish defenders.
Hendrick found his feet that
Back to
time.
the Scottish keeper.
And I think there are one or two missed heartbeats among the Scottish fans every
Oh,
time.
oh.
Try to play out from the back like that. Tomine hustled out of it.
Great
No
defense by
keeper,
Brazil.
Rayan ran with his left foot. It's a
Oh,
long, long way off target.
way
Did get a
left.
few for Bournemouth in the Premier League. That's quite a hat, sir.
Again, Scott McTominay dispossessed. Just not been good enough, and that's a really poor decision by Rand. They had 3v3 or 4v3. He needed to find one more pass. Could have been in a much better spot.
James Corden and the After Hours crew will be on Fox tonight for another nightly wrap of today's World Cup action with special guests, our own Rebecca Lowe and Virgil van Dijk. That's on Fox at midnight. Keeping Rebecca busy.
We had her on our podcast this morning.
Half
She
past the
is
38th minute.
a busy woman.
Get your votes in. Let me know what your thoughts. Scotland's hanging in right now.
Ferguson.
I thought Brazil would be dominating a lot more.
Wide.
Scotland started off slow, but now they're starting to
Robinson.
attack.
Kenny McLean wants it back again.
Oh,
Just overhit it slightly.
ooh, too hard. He tried to set up the crosser. Too hard.
There he is, one of the great players, the Brazilian Ronaldo. Golden Boot winner in 2002 with 8 goals. Plus they play a few more games this time, well, one more anyway, to win the World Cup. So it could take maybe 10, I don't know, 12
Well, at the
to
rate
win that
Messi
goal.
and
Yeah,
Mbappe and Holland are going, it might take 15.
and Cristiano Ronaldo's joined the party, hasn't he now?
He's back, Ian.
And Vinicius is, that's what he was saying the other day in the interview. Cunha now for Brazil, leading by a goal to nil, an early goal from Vinicius Jr. Served on a plate by Scotland. Morocco have equalised in the other game in this group, going on at exactly the same time. That's 1-1. Paquetá's ball in. There's the standings as it stands. If the results were to hold now, Brazil would top the group, and that's what they usually do at World Cups. They've won the last 11 groups that they've been in at the World Cup, and they've advanced from the group the last 14 World Cups, going back to 1966, when a few people got the idea of kicking Pelé out of the tournament, and they succeeded. That's one area where the game's improved with the yellow and red cards. It just wouldn't happen now. Wouldn't get away with it. Sad to see it was back then.
Is that Matthew Broderick at this game?
And relax at the moment.
That's hilarious. He's got pretty gray hair now.
Don't forget, coming up, the Visa halftime show on Fox. Comfortable enough so far for the Brazilians, as comfortable as it can be when the margin's only one. Cunha
Oh, Brazil in the attack again.
looking at Ben once, good idea.
Oh,
Couple of feet away, but clever.
There's never any conviction about it, Ian. He sort of last minute said, all right, well, I guess I'll shoot. Never got it out of his feet. Because of that, shoved it wide.
Did I say a couple of feet? It's a couple of yards,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
At least.
Yeah. Vinicius is looking to break in behind. This time the Scotland defence are cool enough. plenty of running. He only started one game all through the season. As for Bournemouth, that was in the League Cup. Injuries affecting that, of course. So he started more games at this World Cup than he did for his club all through the past season. Douglas Santos. Side to Vinicius again.
Oh, Brazil's starting to move again.
Wants a free kick. Usually lets the referee know what he feels. Vinicius. Cameron Doak has a conversation with him still going on. Looked pleasant enough. A bit of game management going on here by Brazil. They know they have the lead. Meanwhile, Haiti have scored again in that game against Morocco and lead by 2 goals to 1. Extraordinary. Told you there'd be turn-ups.
Yeah, unfortunately for Scotland, they lost to Morocco, so they would need to win the game to finish second. So even if they equalize, that wouldn't put them in second, but of course it would put them in a great spot to qualify as third.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 4 points would do it. They're a long way from achieving anything like that.
44-minute mark in the first half. Brazil has possession.
20 to midnight in Scotland. Not many people, I think, will have gone to bed. I think they've even let the kids stay up for this in Glasgow and Edinburgh and Aberdeen and Dundee.
All of Europe, if you let the kids stay up and watch these.
Ryan's beaten in the air. Vinicius is there to pick it up again. Is Ryan helping it through?
Oh my
Ferguson.
goodness.
Brazil nearly cashing in again.
Wow.
Cunha causing problems.
This comes off a more direct ball through the middle there. Vinny picks up the pieces, runs into depth here. And then somehow Ferguson all the way back on his line. Patterson was there as well, but big bullet dodge there.
Ferguson was
Great work by Lewis
pretty much where the
Ferguson,
keeper
central
sits
midfield man,
and
to
save
be
that
back
ball.
there. That was going in. Paquetá, that'll be easy for Gunn.
Oh, I would. What? It's taking a while.
Scotland will need to sharpen their teeth in this game to get back into
They need to get a shot on goal. That's what they need. Scotland's got to generate some kind of offense.
Situation where everybody's checking their smartphones, seeing what's going on in the other game, wondering what might be enough to advance.
Well, they just showed the score here.
Yeah.
That Haiti scored to go up 2-1, and the Brazilian contingent very, very happy to see that, as I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti is.
Well, I think Haiti have played really well
Yeah,
at
they
this
really
World
have.
Cup.
They have.
Tremendous performance from them. Country who haven't played at home for 5 years because of the problems in their own country. Magnificent. Here's Ferguson again. Now then McGinn in a bit of space here. Shankland here. Looks promising. Cameron Doak with a darting run and goes to the floor. Not even the Scotland players appealed for that though. Shankland. They were hoping it might drop for John McGinn. He played a starring role as Aston Villa won the Europa League. Here's Marquinhos, winner of course of the last 2 Champions Leagues with Paris Saint-Germain. Vinicius does get the free kick.
Oh, Vinny coming out with the free kick.
it's gone to 2-2 in that other game.
Game's crazy.
Morocco, Haiti, yeah. All happening there. Tense one here. Rayan lays it inside, gets the return from Bruno Guimaraes. Robertson, not a very good clearance. Easily cut out, real good press from Brazil. Vinicius!
Oh, Vinny Jr.
Takes advantage again. That one's going to count, I think.
They put the header in. Wow. They took his goal away and he gets it back. Wow. Shout out to Vinny Jr. They can take your goal away, but you can just get it back. It don't matter.
Well, despair for that man, Steve Clark. Absolute joy for the Brazilian fans here. And oftentimes, the best way to create chances against a team that's defending low is when the ball turns over and you counter-press. Here, Brazil do a great job counter-pressing, and look at this ball.
Wow.
Vinny Jr. cleverly starts
Beautiful
his run across the
crosser
net,
and
pulls back to the far post.
Vinny Jr. just
Easy
puts a
header.
beautiful header in.
As he gets the other side of Patterson. 2 goals for Vinny, 2-0 Brazil.
Amazing.
4 in the World Cup so far. He's only 1 behind Messi now.
It's like just like they drew it up
So
kind of
he's in
play.
that race as well.
Beautiful
But
pass.
he's just been too clever for the Scottish defenders.
And
Knows too
definitely a
much.
heads up play by Brazil.
Easily lost Patterson. Neymar claps his hands, and it's getting to a situation where I think if this goes to 3, they can quite safely bring Neymar on and give him a little workout after his fairly long run.
Oh, so they can start working out Neymar. Wow.
Begin for Scotland.
So there's a
They need to
chance.
show something. Brazil are having none of it. We'll get the free kick here though as half-time approaches.
The chemistry between Bruno Guimaraes and Vinny Jr., they locked eyes. Vinny knew where the ball was going. Timed his run perfectly, started near, led to the far post. What a fantastic service from Guimaraes. And a simple header by Vinny to make it 2-0.
Scotland in danger of going out of this World Cup with a whimper. Andy Robertson to take this one, laid back, and then Gannon Doak's effort didn't really catch hold of it, blocked. Minutes of added time at the end of this half. Vinny will be thinking about a hat-trick, won't he now? A World Cup hat-trick. Cunha's puts in a stylish display. Paquetá, the pass.
Oh.
How about that from Rayan?
Oh.
And that's a brilliant save
Wow.
from Gunn. But Rayan there showed a cameo of brilliance.
Wow.
Brilliance from Brazil as well as they
What a
start to
save
turn
by
on
the
style.
keeper.
Look at this touch by Rayan. Unfortunately, it falls on his weaker right foot.
Just puts a good left hand on the ball.
Fantastic save by Angus Gunn. Keeps his left hand strong and pushes it wide.
Corner kick Brazil.
Corner to Brazil. Goalkeeper looks as if he was coming for that and then didn't go for it. Douglas Santos' effort is blocked. Scotland at the moment in some disarray. I think it's fair to say. I think they need this half-time break.
Yep. Going into halftime, 2-0. Brazil on top of Scotland. All right. Well, the last time there was a halftime, it was just completely silent. So I'll at least like try to put some music on or something. Because, yeah. Otherwise, it's just completely quiet. Give me a second, I'll be back. All right, I'm still in the background. Yo, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Should be coming back from halftime pretty soon. What's good, everybody? Damn, they're showing in Sao Paulo. Shout out Brazil. Everybody's going hype. All the watch party. They're still doing their halftime show. And they're showing the highlights from the Haiti and the Morocco match. Just currently tied 2 apiece right now. said only the real ones know how it goes, how to show up. Only the real ones know how it goes and how to show up, shown up. Only the real ones know how it goes, shown up to show up. I love the pianos. Finally coming back? Tell me we're coming back.
2 goals, the last Brazilian player with a hat trick in a World Cup match. Some 17-year-old named Pele against France back in the 1958 semifinals. Vinny 1 goal away from giving himself a hat trick. He already has 4 at this World Cup. Brazil up 2-0 on Scotland. We send you now back out to Miami. Ian and Landon with the second half call.
Yeah, thanks very much indeed, Rob. And one of the little subplots here is Scotland's position. At the moment, they are among the 8 best third places that would go through to the round of 32. In fact, they're 6th on that list, but there are teams below them who can improve their position, and they need to improve their own position here, Landon, don't they, really?
Yeah, and it's important to remember that 1 goal moves them up to 4th, and 2 goals moves them to the top of that. Even though they would finish 3rd on 4 points, it would move them to the top of that list. So there's still a lot to play for, but it's a precarious position because the more they go try to get that goal, the easier it is for Brazil to counter and leave. If they leave big spaces in the back, this Brazilian team will kill them. So they've got to be smart and do it in a mature way.
I wonder what Steve Clarke, the Scotland manager, said at halftime. It would have needed to be something inspirational. They need to produce a special 45 minutes here, error-free, and they need to somehow keep the shackles on this man, Vinicius Junior. Scoring against Brazil isn't easy, but you got a hat-trick against them. Jacksonville.
Scotland.
Brazil.
I did score against Brazil.
Call it like it is.
Against Scotland.
Yeah, but I did score in a Confederations Cup final, Ian.
You did?
Yes. Tell my kids
Against
that.
Brazil.
They don't believe
You've
I ever
already
played.
told them. I must have done. Kieran Tierney's on here, who started the last game, the Celtic player.
Here we go, kicking it back up. Let's go. I'm excited. Is Scotland going to have the opportunity to do something and put themselves in a better position to make the final 32?
It's Andy Robertson, the captain, who's come off. So Tierney will go into his usual spot at left back. He's deployed a little further forward in the last game.
You'd have to assume some sort of injury, right? I mean, can't imagine him taking Andy Robertson off at this point.
You would think so.
Yeah.
No, we might find out a little bit later about that. It's up towards Shanklin, who does well to keep possession for his team up the pitch. Now it's John McGinn. Here's Tierney's first involvement. A lot of the fans, they did at Arsenal as well when he was there, love love Kieran Tierney. He's so
Well,
grounded.
Scotland looks like they're playing with a little bit more
He turned
urgency
up
now,
his
which I like.
kit in a shopping bag one day from the tube train.
Their tempo just seems a little faster.
Just a reminder of the two sides going through the bottom of your picture.
46 minutes in.
To top this group.
Brazil up 2-0.
Stack full of goals in the second half of their game, or unless Scotland bounce back here. Paquetá. Tom Patterson got in ahead of Vinicius Junior.
You know, just going back, I am going to tell people I scored a hat trick versus Brazil. I don't care what they say.
They'll readily believe you, Landon.
Ian Dark said it. Must be true.
He was wrong. It's Casemiro, who could be playing regularly in this stadium. The word is he will be joining into Miami. Showed at Manchester United this past season there's still plenty of life left, and he's very much a key figure in this Brazil side since Ancelotti took the reins.
He's really important in how they play, and he just sits in front of the two center backs. Deals with all sorts of situations. Puts out fires constantly, and then he's
Gannon Doak.
the conduit to their attack. He's been very good tonight again.
Brazil are showing here, there's a lot of talk always, cliche talk really about samba football, but I think Carlo Ancelotti is very, very keen that they're good out of possession as well. He's made that point in pre-World Cup interviews. Our defending will be vital.
Yeah, they look much more pragmatic, and candidly, if they want to win this tournament, that's got to be a staple for them. They have enough attacking talent. If they continue to be good defensively, you can make an argument for them.
Particularly with the kind of strikers we're seeing terrorizing defenses at this tournament generally. There's McKenna. And then Hendry will have to feed it backwards to Angus Gunn. Angus Gunn, whose dad, Brian, was a Scotland goalkeeper as well.
Oh.
Norwich City stalwart of old.
Scotland's going to retain possession. They need to make something happen.
Just back to that point, Ian, you have to say over the last several World Cups, a bit of the problem with Brazil has been almost a Swiss cheese-like defense at times with big holes. And
They're
now
definitely
to
playing
just
with a
see
lot more
them
pace
so
and urgency.
solid
I like it.
and very comfortable sitting in their half.
And when they don't have the ball, they're working very, very hard to get it back. Tierney with a good...
Oh, a crosser. Beautiful. Oh, my God. That was beautiful by Scotland. Just well defended by the keeper.
Planting it straight into the arms of Alisson. Who knows?
Yeah, that would have been... It's just... He happened to be right where the ball went. So he just caught it, but... Beautiful header.
Fantastic ball.
Yes, it is. I agree. Beautiful pass. Beautiful crosser. Goes in for the header. It just goes straight to the keeper. It's unfortunate.
Right into Alisson's waiting hands.
Yeah.
Much better from Scotland.
It looked like a wide receiver waiting for the ball. It went right to his gloves.
Army home, at least proud of the performance. I don't think too many of the Scots fans felt their side could actually win this game, but they did want a positive performance from the team. I don't think they really got it in the first half, if we're being brutally honest. Too many errors. Later on the Fox networks, Group A concluding Mexico against Czechia, South Africa against South Korea. Fox Sports 1. Hendry does well enough there.
Just past the 50th minute, second half.
From Group A. That McTominay header was the first effort on target in 200 minutes for Scotland since McGuinness
Scotland's got
goal
possession.
against 80.
Trying to move up.
It is an issue. Continues to be one.
Oh.
Patterson's ball is only Shankland to aim at.
Big crosser, but overhit a bit. It's going to go to Brazil.
Do you think they've played with a little bit of an inferiority complex here?
It does feel like it. There's also an element, Ian, of It's emotional. These tournaments are emotional. And to do it 3 times in a row. Haiti is a good team, by the way.
Yeah.
Against 3 good teams is very difficult.
Paquetá, lovely
Oh,
ball.
Brazil
Vinicius
on the
a
breakaway.
hat-trick.
Oh,
Denied by
Vinny
Gunn.
Jr. He gets
But
blocked.
that was a peach of a pass from Paquetá. to
That was a
find it.
beautiful pass to him too.
He keeps losing that defense, doesn't he?
Well, Vinicius
Vinny?
Jr. had made a couple of those runs in the first half, and he was waiting for the ball to be slid alongside the center back. That time,
Vinny
Paquetá
Jr. has 4 shots on goal right now.
He just couldn't get enough on it to slide
And
it
he
past
scored
Haiti.
twice.
Scotland also did well.
Sending the defenders out for a cup of coffee, as they say. Tierney with the crossfield ball. Talented player, Tierney. You've seen him with that good cross he delivered from McTominay a few moments ago. That is a let-off, but all the credit in the world to Angus Gunn for saving that, because I really do think that would have been curtains for Scotland if it went to 3. McTominay. Patterson looks for a 1-2.
Oh.
Straight move so far. Patterson goes down. Referee waves that aside.
Scotland attacks, but it gets
Good
stuffed.
movement there though, with the right back joining the attack.
Brazil maintain possession. Is going to maintain possession.
This is an interesting stat, isn't it? Nobody's got a hat-trick for Brazil at the World Cup since Pelé, when he was a teenager back in 1958. So here, of course, they won the final 5-2 against Sweden. I think of all the players they've had in that time.
Yeah, it's actually remarkable.
It is.
Brazil on the attack. Taking their time, spacing out, passing the ball around. Brazil really stretches out all the defenders. They naturally split really big distances, so the defenders have to choose.
Pressure off for Brazil. I know they're going into the knockout rounds. Here's Vinicius again.
Oh! Then he takes another shot on the goal.
Palms, no more of Gunn.
I think he might know that stat about Pelé. He wants to equal the legend.
Apparently, since that hat-trick, there have been 34 hat-tricks by players from other nations in all that time.
Including one by Brazil's nemesis, Argentina's Lionel Messi.
Scotland needs to do something. They need to find a way to generate some kind of shots on goal.
It's up and running all right.
They don't have to beat Brazil, but a goal means the world of difference in these qualifyings. They need to get as many goals as they possibly can.
Dennis Undav of Germany might be this year's Toto Scalacci, coming almost from nowhere. He's been on the mark 3 times already. Here's Kenny McLean.
Oh, Scotland moving into good territory.
They are going to need runners from midfield, something to surprise Brazil.
Well, it's all just a bit slow, if I can use another food analogy, because I'm hungry. A little maple syrupy.
A little
It's just
maple
kinda
syrupy.
From side to side, as opposed to cutting through it like this.
Patterson to Shankland.
Ooh.
It's good movement. This is better from Scotland. They're looking up again, wanting a penalty, and again, the Mexican referee is not impressed.
Well, this one's going to be interesting because it looked like there was certainly contact there. He's pretty resolute in it.
It's calling Mark Clattenburg. What did you think there, Mark?
No, I think once he goes inside, he does feel a little bit of contact, but then throws himself to the floor. And football's a contact sport, and I don't think that contact justifies a penalty kick.
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually seeing it
Buddy's
again.
audio is messed
First
up.
glance when you saw it, there was certainly contact, but not enough there to warrant a penalty.
couldn't get it out before the delay.
Sort of half-hearted as well, which is always a bit of a giveaway. He's the experienced Danilo looking to solve the right back position problem.
Brazil's on the attack. Oh, but good defense by Scotland.
Tierney was just caught a little bit by the trailing boot there of Ryan.
Half
but there's
past
nothing of
56
it.
minutes, second half. Brazil up 2-0 over Scotland.
Scan the QR code on the screen to vote for the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match. Man in possession now would
Vinny Jr.
Vinicius. Oh, that's clever. Bruno Guimaraes
Oh.
stepped over the ball, and then Vinicius carried on with the run. That's reminiscent of one or two things we've seen in the past at the World Cup.
He was anticipating Ryan continuing his run, but it almost fell for Vinny Jr. If he had just laid it off behind his leg, Vinicius Jr. had the whole goal to look at and likely would have sealed his hat trick.
Oh,
Tartan Army is quiet. As
a lot of
Argentina,
contact.
mostly behind the goal. to
Look more like a shoving match.
Arsene Wenger there, alongside Ronaldo. He would have quite liked to sign him, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think everyone would.
Yeah, exactly. I think he liked to party as well, from what I've heard. Wouldn't be the only footballer of whom that was true.
No, certainly not the only.
Brazil's
Brazilian
keeper
player.
goes ahead and passes out of the box.
And they're always there when it matters. We've
Defenders,
seen countless
up to
times.
midfielders,
Here's Danilo,
strikers,
now Rayan. What a thrill
strikers,
for him, his
midfielders
family.
working their way up
That
to
famous
Scotland's
shirt
box.
in the World Cup, age 19. Just imagine it.
Looks like they're trying to open something up for a big crosser. But see, they're doing it from way deeper out. I feel like Brazil can just hit it deeper and feel more confident.
Lovely
Oh,
idea. Just a bit too much
Oh.
juice on it for Danilo.
beautiful pass. Little too much on it, so Brazil couldn't get to it. So Scotland's gonna get this back.
Here's that ball by Paquetá, rolled right down the side of Scottish center back. See, Vinny just can't get enough on it. Ultimately, a really good save by Angus Gunn.
Need a slide rule for those, don't you? Perfect weight. Dropped in behind Rayan. Turned inside, and then
Oh.
Cunha's shot is blocked. And then Paquetá gets the ball out of his feet.
Oh.
And puts it a long way wide. He's kicking himself because I think his first touch kind of made the chance go away. Do a roaring trade in those shirts.
It looks hot there in Miami.
Sea of yellow around the ground. The Brazilian fans do outnumber the Scottish fans, but
Wait,
the
Gerard
Scotland fans
Butler's
winning
dating
fans everywhere they go.
Charlotte from Sex and the City? Is that who that was?
Which is true in Germany.
Looked like
They
Gerard
just need
Butler.
a bit more from the
Correct me if I'm
players.
wrong, but I don't know what the actress's name is off the top of my head.
What does Scotland do here, Landon? Do they think a goal difference of -2
Yeah.
and 3 points might just be enough?
Just
or
thinking that.
what do they do?
Because they know -3
Yeah.
really hurts. -4 is probably a dagger. So you almost get the sense, Ian, that both teams would be content with this result in a weird way. And like I said, it's a precarious position because as they tire,
Bruno
Oh,
Guimaraes
Brazil.
here. Chance. And
Oh my God, beautiful attack by Brazil. Beautiful pass.
Cunha strikes again.
Wow.
Brazil do now have a
But really, it
3-0
was the pass that
advantage.
set that up. 3-0 Brazil. Wow. Brazil.
Scotland are claiming an infringement in the build-up there. But that could be a very, very damaging goal. for Scotland. In fact, it could put them out of this World Cup if it stands.
Yeah, Scotland are crying foul as Bruno Guimaraes just nudges into Tierney there. But how clever is that? How composed to roll it into Mateus Cunha's stride. From there, it's an easy pass into the goal. Brazil running away.
Wow,
with
what
the
a
points
beautiful
now,
pass.
3-0.
At the
3 goals for him in this
61-minute
World Cup as well.
marker,
He's in that
Brazil's up
Golden Boot race
3-0
too. Cunha.
over Scotland. Or for my European folk, 3-0.
Just a modest celebration.
I'm gonna grab
Yeah,
something to
and
drink. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, just following up on the point about Scotland, that's the challenge, and they looked like they were starting to get a little heavy-legged. Some bigger gaps opening up. I think emotionally they're tired. Physically, certainly they're drained. This has been a very difficult group to navigate.
Well, now they don't have that dilemma anymore about stick or twist, because having 3 points and a -3 goal difference is going to be a dagger to the heart, really, of their hopes. Tierney, lively on that left-hand side. And there's the first yellow card for Danilo, who took Tierney out right on the edge of the box. Might be worth another look. Was it just outside, or was it on the line?
It appeared to be just outside, Ian, and it's a really bad tackle as Tierney gets on the end of this give and go.
Looks outside, Mark, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens just outside, but with the tackle, even if it continues inside, it's still given outside. It's only a hold that if it carries on inside, it's a penalty. So even that tackle starts outside, and even if it does carry on inside, it's still given outside the penalty area.
Yellow, Danilo. Can't complain about that either. Scotland needs something now. They really do. Attacking the end, where all those blue-shirted fans are gathered. A lot of them in their kilts, representing the various clans of Scotland.
This needs to be hit hard.
And that's exactly what Ferguson does. Tipped away by Allison, who took the view it was a little too hot to handle.
That's the right service. You actually just need a few Scottish players in front of him to screen him. It was a little too easy for him to see, but the right strike by Ferguson.
All right,
there.
we made it back.
Or Patterson.
John McGinn with the corner, right under the crossbar. Brazil have, in the main, defended those pretty well, but there's Tierney again with another cross.
Oh, beautiful header by Scotland, but it gets blocked by the keeper.
That's why he's one of the great goalkeepers.
That's very impressive save by the goalkeeper for Brazil.
McTominay this time gives the ball away to Paquetá, who's looking for the right pass. Vinicius, yeah, offside. He knew it. We knew it. There were about 65,000 witnesses.
What's up, everybody? How we doing tonight? Make sure you guys get your votes in on that poll.
Tierney's been very good.
We only got 4 votes, but all of them are for Brazil. Obviously, I think Brazil's going to win.
Pressure with those crosses. McTominay rose on that one. Headed it back where it came from. Allison down.
Brazil.
To keep it out.
Gannon Doak hasn't really
Oh.
got into it. Not in the way Scotland would hope. Brazil have looked pretty solid back there in the main. McTominay going close, though, with this header. Good effort.
Yeah, it's so hard for a goalie as they're moving left across the goal to plant and get back to their right. McTominay did the right thing. He headed back where it came from. But Allison was up to the task.
Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal. He's about to get a run out here. Looks like Paquetá, who's come off. Fabinho's on for Casemiro as well. Like-for-like switch. Fabinho, formerly of Liverpool, of course. Lots of good games in the all-red outfit. McKenna, whose clangor really at the start of proceedings set Scotland an even bigger task than they had already. Looks like being 13 big tournaments without ever going past the group stage, unless they can do something about their goal difference.
Scotland needs to
in
put
the
up
closing
something.
stages here. Scott McKenna. Tierney.
Oh, he goes for the crosser, but it gets blocked. Oh, the Brazil keeper's going to hold it.
Brazil's starting to look, Landon, like quite a useful blend of silk and steel, aren't they?
Yeah, you asked me in the last game that we covered with Brazil, did this come a little too soon for Carlo Ancelotti, but it feels like every minute they get more and more comfortable, and they do have a lot of experienced players and a lot of flash and flare up the field, and quality and efficiency up the field. And by the way, some good ones on the bench still. Endrick, Neymar, of course,
Yeah,
amongst others.
might we see him shortly, I wonder. Fabinho. Cunha dropping deep and playing playmaker as well as goal scorer. Solved a little bit of a problem. They're not going to play, I don't think, going through this as an authentic number 9 as they did in the opening game. I prefer the extra movement that Cunha gives them. All this after Brazil were an undreamt of only 5th in South American qualifying.
Coming up on the
Qualifying's one thing,
68th minute
the
marker.
tournament itself's quite another. And they're starting to look pretty good here. Only conceded 1 goal so far, one scored by Saibiri and Morocco. Brazil in the
All
box
right.
seat here,
They're taking a
3-0
hydration break,
ahead, and
i.e.
very much
TV
the star of the
timeout.
show so far.
So we're going to go ahead and put something else on the background that's not straight commercials. So nobody wants to listen to that. Brazil's been pretty impressive this match so far. Shout out Lo-Fi Tokyo Dreams. On my producer tag shit. And we're back.
Will get them into the best 8 third places, but a lot of the teams below them who are still to play their final games have got a better goal difference than them, even though Scotland have a point or 2 more. So we'll see how it all pans out. I think we need to hire Albert Einstein, I think, to try and raffle all of this. But
Yeah, Scotland's only taken 7
it's
shots on
interesting,
goal.
and it'll get more interesting.
They just need to take shots, even if they're
Always
deeper
say in
shots
World
at this
Cups
point.
that every goal is so crucial. Whether you, even if you don't win a
Coming
game
up
or you
on
tie a
the
game, like,
71
every goal
71st
matters,
minute
and
in the
it's
second half.
exacerbated now with
Brazil
the
up
expanded
3-0.
format.
over
So
Scotland.
many teams are going to get knocked out, probably by 1 goal, which is really a hard pill to swallow if you gave up a bad one somewhere along the way.
Neymar is waiting to get the call from Carlo Ancelotti. He's looking longingly along the touchline towards Ancelotti. He's taken a swig of a couple of drinks. This is the kind of situation, ideally, really, to just give him a first taste of the World Cup action this year.
Neymar getting back to
He
this
is
Brazil
warming up
team
now
is crazy.
individually with the performance coach
Do they
by
go all the
himself as
way
others are
if
staying.
Neymar
So
comes back?
assume he is coming in soon here. You know, Ian, it's not straightforward. I know people think it's Neymar. Of course, you play him, whatever. For Carlo Ancelotti, there's a psychological piece too. There's other players on the team who have been around training, in qualifying. You don't just throw him in. It's probably why he put Martinelli and Fabinho in first. You have to really think about it, how it plays to the rest of the team. And as you can hear from the roar, he is getting ready to come in.
Shankland and then McTominay.
Oh,
That was
Scotland
needed
had a
moment
beautiful
for
opportunity and then
Scotland
went off
to
goal.
nick a goal
Oh,
back, and they need to nick a goal back.
oh. This is everything for them. All these goals matter. Even if it doesn't matter whether they win or lose as much. They need a goal.
And this is a tough chance. It's bouncing. You're past the near post already, but just hasn't been a night to remember for him or for Scotland.
One of the great stars of world football in a modern era is about to enter the stage. Neymar. A lot of people wondered whether he would even get picked. Ancelotti did pick him despite injury problems. He's never played beyond the quarter-final of the World Cup. He was injured for that semi when Germany thrashed Brazil 7-1 in 2014. But about to play in his 4th World Cup, topping the Brazil list of goal scorers on 79 and second in the list of appearance makers on 128, which is about to come 129. And it's the first time that he'll have ever been a substitute at the World Cup. No surprise he would normally walk into the starting lineup, but these are different days. Martinelli, Vinicius again. Good play by Patterson. There's McTominay.
This is a weird comment to make, and I realize it as it comes out of my mouth, but this is a really important 20 minutes or so for Neymar because, yes, it's a nice appearance that he gets back in and the crowd will be happy, but can he become a real figure as they go forward and cause problems for other teams? Because what a substitute that would be to have come off the bench as you get further in the tournament.
Well, you have to
Scotland
believe, don't you,
getting
that
ready to
Carlo
attack. They
Ancelotti
need to do something.
believes he can still do it and can still be a factor.
Yeah, he wouldn't have brought him otherwise. And this is a perfect situation to get him in and see how he goes.
Hasn't Tierney done well in the second half since he came on? He really has. Nearly everything coming down that side. These fans don't want to see their team die at this World Cup.
Yeah, Scotland needs a goal so bad. They really do.
Allison, good punch, good decision. Once again, a Tierney cross. All the way. Swung towards that back post, headed in by McLean. And again, well defended by Brazil. That's been a feature. Fabinho it was who knocked it out of harm's way.
Carlo Ancelotti just looked back at his staff and said, can we put him in now? And I think his set piece coach said, he's not going in yet. We need to defend this corner first.
Yeah, still waiting. Been waiting for about 4 minutes. Neymar. Scotland corner.
Oh, Scotland with the header off target again. It's just bad luck.
Now they can bring him on.
Neymar Jr.
Number 9 replaced by the man, of course, wearing the famous Brazil number 10 shirt, Neymar, just listen.
Oh my God, the crowd's going crazy. Neymar's coming out.
Welcome back. Just about crowned Brazil's day if they could engineer a goal for him in the time remaining. You wouldn't rule that out. Here he is, first touchback since October 2023 when he played a World Cup qualifier against Uruguay. And this will be something of a sharpening up exercise. He's had a calf injury for the past few weeks. And this is the first time he's actually been available to play. Fabinho. Morocco now leading in that other game in this group against Haiti.
Oh.
Brazil
Oh, big collision.
who did draw in the head-to-head, so Brazil will still win the group. They've got a 4 better goal difference. I don't think that's going to change much.
Oh, he got hit right in his knee, too.
Morocco going to the second place in the group. Impressed with Brazil today, Landon?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
been, but Ian, let's be honest, Scotland gave away a couple goals, and I'd like to see what this match looks like without Scotland self-destructing in a couple moments, but Brazil have had so much quality, and they have been the better team.
Looking quite ominous, I'd say. Here's Vinicius on his hat-trick, and a
Oh.
gun
Woo.
just stopped that creeping in on his near post. Corner.
Vinny Jr. almost got another one. Now we got a corner for Brazil. Neymar's going to put this one up on the crosser.
Too good. Neymar with the corner kick. McTominay got the header away. Ryan couldn't quite control it. Yeah, I thought he caught John McGinn there. That'll be a free kick. By the way, the last time Scotland played Brazil, a 2-0 win for Brazil. Who got both the goals? Neymar.
It's an interesting choice by him. He opens his hips as if he's going to go to the far post and closes the gate there. Tries to beat Angus Gunn to his near post. But he did a great job not guessing there.
Tomorrow on Fox,
Past the 79th
facing
minute.
Turkey. Can they make it 100% in that group? They could well. Our coverage begins at 9
Brazil's
p.m.
got
6 p.m.
possession
Pacific.
right now,
Fox
so
Turkey already eliminated.
Scotland needs a goal
Surprising,
desperately.
really.
Very.
Losing by 3 to Brazil
Might bounce his way.
is not good for their standings at all.
He's got 3 assists now. He's joined top of the assist table for this World Cup with Alexander Isak of Sweden, Michael Olise of France.
We've done 2 of their games now, Ian, and what makes them dangerous, especially with Cunha in, is he comes into the midfield, makes it really uncomfortable for center backs and central midfielders to deal with. Then you've got Vinicius Jr. wide on one side, Ryan on the other side, but Paquetá and Bruno Guimaraes have been the keys for me as they're getting forward into the attack, arriving late.
Oh,
and
Brazil in the attack.
quality in the box.
Across the face of goal by Danilo.
Oh, wow.
Bounces behind. Vinicius was there again.
It's a really good ball played across the goal mouth. Vinicius just got ahead of himself a little bit. Couldn't make good contact.
Ryan Christie there is going to come on, and Anthony Ralston the Celtic right back. He's not their first choice right back. He'll replace Nathan Patterson, who looks like he's got a bit of a knock. He had a torrid job today, really, trying to look after
81st minute.
And off comes Ben Gannon Doak.
Scotland needs something.
That he might be a bit of a difference maker for Scotland. Well, it didn't really happen. Hendricks going to get a run out here as well from Brazil. Douglas Santos and Ryan. On comes Alexandro, who will go into that left-back position, and Hendrick, who will join the attack. Hendrick has had a bit of a career revival, having been frustrated in his attempts to impress at Real Madrid.
Oh, Scotland take it. They need to attack.
Nice to
Oh.
goes past Fabinho. Get a yellow card for that.
Oh, wow.
Knew what he was doing. Stop the attack developing. Open and shut case.
Yep. Scotland's going to get a free kicker. And Fabinho gets a yellow
Still
card.
time for Scotland to sneak what might be a very important goal for them when the final mathematics are done in the third place count out.
It's very true, Ian. It really is. And as demoralized as they are right now, they need to hold it together for 10 minutes, not concede. And if you can find a way to get a goal, it could mean the difference.
Once again, Lewis Ferguson is going to take it. Christie, I'm going to get involved straight away. Lost his place in the starting lineup today. Another Bournemouth player at the World Cup. Sign of the times. They've qualified for Europe as well. McGinn now operating on that right-hand side. McTominay. Look at all the gang of yellow shirts trying to press him out of possession. Quite impressive. Christie towards the back post. Shankland to lay it back. Tierney.
Oh, Scotland with a good try, but ow, they got a player down.
There, might have a look at that. I don't think there'll be anything doing. And here's Neymar. Just a bit of a rust-shedding exercise for Neymar here. Or maybe more. We'll see. It's Fabinho.
Brazil on the attack again.
Always looked in control.
Coming up on 84 minutes.
And the winner of this group, that will
Puppy?
be Brazil. will
What's
take
up,
the
big
runner-up
puppy?
of Group F. Netherlands, Japan, or Sweden awaiting them. So I think the teams in that group will be thinking, well, we don't want to be playing Brazil next. We want to win the group. All part of the intrigue.
Brazil on the attack. Right outside Scotland's box.
Is Martinelli.
Taking their time, passing it around.
Danilo. Olays now from the Brazil fans, who can be very critical. It's a bit of a chaotic existence for the national team in Brazil. So much debate, so much interest, so much controversy all the time, so many expectations. Is this the team to kind of end the bad times? Hendrick's challenge looked okay. Brazil with another corner kick. In swinger. That was Shankland back defending that time. Did the job. David Beckham, of course, on home territory here. Lionel Messi. Likewise.
Messi and Beckham are hanging out.
There's a long
Oh. Brazil takes a shot, but it's blocked by a Scottish defender.
Looking at each other there, and Gabriel is thinking, had a chance to score at the World Cup there. Did too.
Looked like it had eyes for that far post as well.
Yeah.
Good block. I saw David sipping wine up there.
He hasn't got to play.
He's so classy. He doesn't drink beer when it comes to a football game. I'm sure it's not cheap wine.
Well, you know, you played with him.
I did.
About levels of class.
I never saw him drink.
No, but he was playing then.
Yeah, he's enjoying his life, as he should.
I love the commentary.
Brazil, in truth, sauntering to victory here. Gabriel to play it wide. Neymar. Don't forget, James Corden, the After Hours crew will be on Fox tonight. Another nightly wrap of today's World Cup action. Special guests Rebecca Lowe and Virgil van Dijk. That's on Fox at midnight local. Scotland are going to bring on the young winger Findlay Curtis, age 19, who's
A 19-year-old coming in for Scotland in the last few minutes.
Back at Ibrox in the new season. Edric. Not a bad player to have in reserve, is he? Hendrick. Strength and depth. Vinicius skips past one challenge. Starting to turn it on at times, Brazil, with their movement around the edge of that box. It's been a little too much for Scotland. Only time Scotland have foiled Brazil at the World Cup back in '74, a 0-0 draw in Frankfurt. And a very young Kenny Dalglish was
88 minutes. Scotland needs a goal.
Kenny's not been well, and we wish him very, very well in his health battle. Still joint top scorer for Scotland in history, alongside the wondrous Dennis Law. Here's McGinn. Dug out across pretty well.
Oh. Scotland doesn't get it. Brazil's got possession.
Che Adams left out today. He's going to come on shortly, see if he can get that goal that might just change the arithmetic for Scotland.
Yellow card.
Morocco now 4-2 up in that other game against Haiti, so they've improved their goal difference a little, but they need another 3 to get near Brazil. Christie's got a yellow card and he just come on. Neymar with a free kick. Chance of an assist, isn't it? Gabriel was waiting there. He got the wrong side. Neymar has it again.
Ooh, Neymar takes a shot. The keeper catches it.
Little flashback there.
Little deception. We all thought he was going to clip it to the far post. Instead, he opted to shoot, and Angus Gunn wasn't fooled by it.
Covered that Barcelona game, and they need 3 in the last 6 minutes against Paris Saint-Germain to turn the tie around. Neymar got the game by the scruff of the neck, and in the next 6 minutes they did get the 3 goals.
You think that'll happen here?
They don't need it, do they? Extraordinary game, and just a little excerpt of what he can do when he's fully sharp and at his best.
We're in extra minutes. Going to the 96-minute marker.
6 minutes of additional time here. Adams and Curtis still waiting to come on. Shankland is one of those to make way. Has to get off the pitch, of course, in 10 seconds from the time the board goes up. And John McGinn too. And Morocco, we now know it's not quite finished yet, but they're on their way into the round of 32 as well. Ferguson. One or two tired legs on there. It's a very humid night here in Miami. Unsurprisingly, really. Tierney's long throw. Neymar gets it away. Here's Vinicius. And the cavalry are arriving, and he doesn't quite manage to find them thanks to Ralston's very good intervention. Free kick, Brazil.
Well, we're shaping up for a fantastic round of 32 matchup. If the results in the Netherlands group hold, could be a Morocco-Netherlands round of 32 match. Tasty one there.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of tasty games, I think, because it goes to straight knockout after this group phase. Tierney didn't win his header, which has allowed Endrick now. Couldn't quite keep it in play. Still not settled, is it? But you'd be a bit surprised if 3 points and a -3 goal difference would be good enough for Scotland. Fabinho. One of the stories of this game, apart from the fate of Scotland, though, is Brazil are improving, I think, all the time now. Starting to find what you might call an ominous rhythm.
Throughout time, Ian, the best Brazil teams, yes, they have talented players, but they just look like a real team, a real committed group. And this group is starting to look like that, and you have to put that down to Carlo Ancelotti. He's a master at that, and they look the part right now.
Yeah, I think he's really good at getting the mentality right with his teams.
And you couple that with great players, which they have. That's a very dangerous combination for other teams to deal with.
Credit too to his assistant Paul Clement, who's worked with Carlo Ancelotti before. Had a game of golf with him once. He thrashed me, not surprisingly. Most people do. Just managed to get the free kick taken quickly. Ferguson to play it down. Touch of cramp by the look of it for him. He's worked very hard in that midfield. He really has, I think, Lewis Ferguson today. And if Scotland do score now, normally you'd say, well, just a consolation. It isn't. Not in this situation.
This is Scotland's last chance, it looks like. They better make something out of this free kick, or else they're going to get nothing.
To their goal difference. Was that back press? Ralston was closing in on it, didn't quite get there. Corner kick.
Corner kick for Scotland. Get another chance.
Defending. They still might be belting out that song, Yes Sir I Can Boogie, the Scottish fans, when they've got over the disappointment. Allison, not quite away. Ralston does well.
Oh my God, he put another one on goal. Oh, Scotland is just unlucky.
Might be the move that hit the jackpot.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, at the other end, Vinicius. Still Vinicius. Neymar, Vinicius.
Wow.
3-0.
Unlucky for Scotland.
You join us here with Brazil on the attack again and in command. 3 goals to 0. Bruno Guimaraes is going to have to abandon that attack. Scotland have been trying to improve their goal difference with a late rally, but they've been denied a couple of times now by Alisson in trying to do that. But it's a game really where Brazil have coasted towards the points that are going to take them top.
Brazil's going to win Group C.
Exactly what they've done.
Congrats,
Beauty for
Brazil.
in Miami. They're improving.
Congrats,
They're getting
Brazil.
better. Vinicius got 2 again. They're starting to hit top form. Scotland could be facing elimination again. They'll just have to wait and hope. But
All right. You know what that means. I'm going to figure out the next one I'm going to do out of the late games, and I will see everybody in 58 minutes roughly. So I think I'm going to do South Africa and South Korea, but it could be Mexico and Chechnya. So we'll see. I'll catch everybody in a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn off those notifications if you want to turn on those notifications if you want to catch the next one we do. And then we'll be doing some more tomorrow as well. So I'll catch everybody in a bit. Peace.